Alright guys, so today we are finally going to be showcasing on Banshee Norn here. So I'm just going to be doing the per usual, just going to be taking a look at it with all the transcendent skill. And honestly, I wasn't having like the best of hope for this unit just because of the fact that this unit honestly gets phased out pretty quick if you do take a look at things. Like my biggest concern with this unit overall is this portion of things. The fact that you have to evade to stack the damage, like there's not a lot of content where I'm confident to say, well, this unit can just solo, like let's say Total War or even Battle Rush. I'm not too comfortable. So this week we still have the Total War, so we can actually go ahead and try things out. As far as like co-ops, for example, like most of the time you're bringing in 6 units anyway, and there's not really any unit that will allow you to make this specific unit be like the one that's getting aggro a lot. So yeah, there's not a lot of way to even do a lot of damage, so that's like the biggest problem. So any unit that comes out after this one, it's just gonna be way stronger as far as being a raid unit. So yeah, it's definitely not the best investment. So that's why I was like, getting one copy is good, because for the collection purpose of things, that should be fine. But on the following going to be doing the transcendent skill. Pretty much I pretty much do it for every unit, unless I'm like out of rainbow coins for that specific month. But I don't know, even the transcendent skill is not really gonna save this unit at all. I don't know. At least you are restoring EX skill gauge on the spot, so building up that initial hyper awakening is not too terrible. As far as module, if you're talking about not having any investment, I feel like going with the evasion is probably your best bet. You can get up to like another 14% per slot. So let's see. Yeah, okay, this one is good. So this one is another 14%, some beating damage, so that's good. But another combo that I like is actually this one. Having movement speed up is good for these raid unit because they need to reach the target as fast as possible. So having this one, let me see. I don't think I have one that's literally what I need. So no, all of them are just, this one is good, but we need evasion on that one. Yeah, so not a lot of them has that. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna mix it up, but this one should be fine. So what we're gonna do first, we can hop into Total War just to see, alright, can this unit actually do something just to solo things? So I guess we can hop into Kasi first. That's probably like the biggest challenge for sure. And after that, we can, if we don't succeed with the Kasi one, we can drop it down to like both the mobile armor and see what it does. And if the mobile armor fails, we can hop into the GPU for one because that's kind of like a step down. So let's just actually go into that. All right. I mean, this fight we are getting a lot of concentrated attacks, so if we are not dodging, well, that means this unit sucks. So let's just kind of see. Dude, I kind of wish that in terms of the transcendent skill, they would have gave us extra evasion, just more than that. So far we have not even built up the first EX skill, so that's this is kind of problematic. What are you doing? All right, now we should be evading. Perfect. All right. So now we should always have to. No, wait, dude, you kidding me? We are getting absolute evasion ready, and I don't think any of the unit actually has, let's say, guaranteed hits. Maybe Kasi. You know what? I think probably Kasi does have absolute, or Bullseye actually. Yeah, I think that's the only unit that has it. All right. Let me see. Yeah, I think Kasi is the only one that has it, but since we did fail on this one, we can take a look at the mobile armor and see if we can actually beat it. Alright, so this one should be better to showcase just because this one does not actually heal, so we can actually take advantage. It's kind of like a 1v1 situation. So if we do take a lot of hits, which I doubt this unit has, or deals a lot of hit, we should be fine. Alright, for the first 30 seconds, we can still take advantage of really extra evasion. but anything after that, we're solely relying on just whatever we have on the equipment. That's gonna be it. So far, we are keeping the Hyper's awakened status, and we just lost it right there. But I mean, overall, we're still maintaining good HP, so we're still dodging. That's good. Oh, there you go. Let's just bump it up to 3 times speed, and I mean, so far we are doing good. It's just the damage wise, I mean, it's definitely subjective because we don't have any transcendent skill. There's no unit enhancement, so I mean, there's definitely a lot to say. But as far as holding on its own, I mean, it's not too terrible. Yeah. Give it some, evasion on the unit enhancement. I think we should be cooking. I mean, at this point in time, we are already losing the 30 seconds from Reedy's passive for the skill 1. So there's virtually no additional evasion on that. Yeah. I think definitely unit enhancement is the way to go for this unit, just to bump it up a little bit. So every time you're attacking, you're actually gaining that EXP gauge, like the recovery is a bit faster. So you can always use up the Hyper Awakening. So since this one fell, I suppose GPO41 should be good. I don't know. I hope it does, because if GPO4 fails as well, dude, this shit sucks. Simply is. Alright, so we got GPO4 set up over here. Is there one that we can actually face off that's better? I guess, but it's not really. I'm just gonna do this. Should be fine. I'm gonna do it 1 time speed first. As far as the attack pattern for this unit, I can't really take a look at it right now because I'm just getting melted. No, we are taking a lot of damage. What the heck? Better start doing something. Oh, shit. We already took out GPO4. That's good, actually. Alright, so it looks like GPO4 with this actually works. So it gotta be lower, right? So I do expect whenever we do have this unit with the Transcendent skill, we should be doing a little bit better. It has to be, because we are getting the initial EXQ gauge fill up, so we can just pop the Hyper Awakening and start getting that absolute evasion. But then again, if Cassie does have the bullseye on us, I mean, there's not much we can do at that point, because it literally equals up. So yeah, but down to GPO4 it works. So now we can hop into co-op as well, just to kind of test things out just a little bit more. So for co-ops, we are just gonna do a solo run to see what Banshee can do. So in terms of Double Zeta should be dropping a lot of attacks right off the bat, so we should be able to take advantage of that. So I also do want to see the attack pattern for Banshee as well, so let's kind of see. Alright, so we should be evading, building up the EXQ gauge. Okay. Alright, we already got it. So it looks like it is gonna do additional weapon, then main weapon, then third weapon, and going back to the beam saber, which is the additional weapon. So that seems to be the attack pattern. But so far we have not landed the third one. Okay, there you go. We just landed right there. As far as getting like an increased 200% to the range damage, I mean, is not really that significant. It depends though. It honestly depends on how, if we are landing the hits or whatnot. But other than that, I feel like it's still going to be the beam saber that's doing most of the damage, while the additional, the main weapon and the third weapon being the beam magnum really won't contribute as much. So I think it's probably going to be much more evident once we do have this unit transcendent skill whatnot. But overall, I mean, we are handling this pretty well. And look at the damage. This is without any additional supports. So we're not getting any debuffers, no buffers, and we're still running a casual 100k per second. That's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, we are getting like an extra 100% damage up, so it's good when you're soloing. But I'm gonna hop into like a different setup where we're just gonna be doing this with like a full team, and it really shows the impact with having more ally when this unit is not the main focal point. We just don't have as much damage as we're doing right now. So I'm gonna hop out of here, and then I'm just gonna make a team of 6, and then we're gonna do this once again. Oh, we actually died with it. Wow. Shocker. Alright, so we got a team up 6 over here. And yeah, all of them are screen except for narrative, just to give us some extra debuffing right there. We can just line it up like this. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. So let's do hope that Double Zeta actually focus on Banshee and not anybody else. That'll be great. Alright, that will be great. And we are actually loaded up on a lot of buffers. We have Alex as a debuffer, RX as a buffer, and then even New Gundam as a buffer as well. So we actually do have a lot. Look at that. We're not getting targeted. So the damage drop off is actually crazy. Yeah. Look at that. Like who's Double Zeta even targeting? I don't even know. Oh, it looks like he's targeting New Gundam. Yeah, like dude, you gotta target like a different enemy now. Come on, dude. Why? Dude, look at this damage. It's so bad. Can't believe this. Yeah, look at New Gundam. Yeah, even RA-72 is doing more. So that shows if this unit does not dodge, you're not getting any damage. Yeah. That sucks. Look at that. That is so unfortunate. Whoa, but there you guys have it. In terms of the co-op aspect of things, solo content for Banshee is going to be exceptional. It's probably going to be the better one because you're getting like an absolute evasion after popping the hyper bow and whatnot, or the hyper awakening. And as you're dodging, you're just getting a lot of range sense, so it's just generally going to buff up a lot of damage. But once this unit is not the main focal point, you're not getting anything. But we are gonna do one last testing. We are gonna hop into the clan battle with this setup, or not with this setup, but using Banshee, and we will see in terms of being this clan battle, is this unit really needed? Alright, as far as clan battle, I have the following setup. So what I did last time, as far as like the actual video for clan battle, I was not using Xeon, which I think Xeon is actually another great option to use for this setup, because with the AoE EX it is actually quite enough to take out the Razo. So that's why we are going to be using that. But other than that, in terms of the setup, we should have the enemy Banshee main vocal to be on our Banshee, so that should be fine. But another thing I do want to point out in terms of this co-op is as we are heading down like maybe into the last 20 seconds, or no, I shouldn't say the last 20 seconds. Once we get the enemy into the hyper awakening status, you guys will see that the damage drop off is actually quite significant. So you guys will notice, like, I guess at the first 30 seconds, we are ramping up the damage quite crazy. But after that, you guys will see that the damage per second actually just goes down ever so slightly. So I think the enemy right now is in the hyper awakening as well. So you guys can see, even though we are doing damage, but our damage is now no longer that much. So that is definitely something to know. So that means you do want to execute your damage, like I would say at the first 30 seconds to be on the safe side. Like now our damage per second is so bad. Yep, and our Banshee is not really contributing at all as much as well. So that is fairly unfortunate, given the fact that if players are summoning for this unit specifically just to clear this clan battle, I don't think it's gonna be enough. You definitely do need to either work on the transcendent skill or add in a little bit into the unit enhancement to make things a bit better. But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of the initial showcase for the Banshee Norn NT-D. I think overall the initial showcase is not impressive at all. I mean, you can definitely say that for any limited unit, you definitely need the transcendent skill to make things better. But for this one specifically, I definitely do have my doubts, because from my prior testing on the JP side, and it's actually pretty evident once we do try it out on the global side of things. But hopefully the transcendent skill can make amends to how bad this unit is at the moment, and we'll definitely see. I'll probably even do like a unit enhancement to this unit just to see if we can juice things up, but that's probably going to be like a third video for this unit. But Other than that, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of this initial showcase, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.